Complaints about rogue locksmiths have risen by 2/3 over the last 4 years. One company's been caught on camera attempting to scam a BBC investigations team.
Secret filming captured 24/7 Locksmiths UK using a tactic known as bait and switch. The companies offer an affordable call-out fee but hike up the price when they get there. Our investigations reporter Jessica Ur has been looking into how rogue traders are able to carry out these scams.
Emergency call-out fee, £45.
Finn and Maria were locked inside when they called 24/7 Locksmiths UK. They say they were quoted £45 over the phone, but when the locksmith arrived...
I stuck my head out the window and said, do not break the lock. We can definitely fix this without doing that. We're not going to have to replace this. You don't need to do that. And he said, no, I need to do it. Snap, lock was broken, he was in. New lock with 5 keys, £199.
The alleged scam is called bait and switch. It's when a customer is tempted in with an affordable initial quote, but after work begins, unnecessary costs for things like drilling can spiral.
And when he presented us with the final invoice, his colleague pulled up at that exact moment.
Labour to take out old lock and install new one, £225.
You said, this is wrong, we're not paying this. He was like, well, I'm not leaving until you pay £1,250 altogether.
We wanted to investigate, so we secured a property and rigged it with secret cameras. But first, we wanted to prove that this lock didn't need to be drilled.
We should be able to bypass this lock in seconds. No damage whatsoever.
When you're ready. Seconds. Then we made the call.
We charge £40 for a simple door opening.
£40. All right, thank you so much.
Then we wait, and after 25 minutes...
I've locked my keys in there, just shut the door behind me.
Okay. So to open it, I'm gonna have to drill the lock.
All right.
Because in the back of this, you have a mechanism which is locking the door, so I need access to that mechanism.
Sure.
The price of drilling is $125 plus VAT.
All right.
If you want to replace the lock, there's gonna be money on top.
125, I think you said, plus VAT, so it's already inflated the price.
So if you're on the cheapest, it's around 110 plus the labor to install it. If you're on a better quality, the British standard, it's a bit more expensive.
Is that a drill?
That's a drill. He's just throwing prices at him, confusing him with prices. My God. Butchery at its finest.
Beautiful. All right, man. 314 plus the VAT.
376.
376.
And he's putting that on top, which the call centre didn't say anything about VAT.
Well, we don't believe they're even VAT registered.
Well, that's illegal then, isn't it? That's VAT fraud.
Do we go now? Yeah. Hello, we're the BBC. Why are you charging so much for this job? Why is it costing so much?
But he didn't want to talk to us. I called. Initially, there was no answer. But then...
Yes, madam. So, basically, the office guys,
Yeah.
they can't know the method or what lock they have.
I'm giving you the opportunity to tell me why you didn't pick the lock, or be transparent with the customer and tell them that drilling is an additional and frankly unnecessary task.
It was, I did, it was a miscommunication. That's what I'm trying to say, yeah?
It was a miscommunication.
We emailed the company for further comment. They've yet to respond, and their website has been taken down. Legitimate locksmiths warn this apparent scam isn't just harming customers, it's eroding confidence in a profession built on security and trust. In the UK, weak regulation leaves the door wide open to rogue traders and means anybody can call themselves locksmith. Complaints of overcharging are up 60% in the last 4 years. For a trade built on trust, the real danger isn't being locked out, it's letting the wrong people in. Jessica Ure, BBC News.
We're joined now by Stefan George from the Master Locksmiths Association. Good morning.
Good morning.
When you see stuff like this, and we've done loads, as we should, on rogue traders, when you see a report like this, does it make your heart sink? Because what it does is it shows that consumers don't know who to trust and can be duped so easily, especially if you're locked inside your own house. You'll be desperate.
Absolutely. It's unfortunately not surprising. but it is extremely frustrating. At the MLA, we've seen a 66% increase in complaints about rogue locksmiths since 2021. And it's frustrating because not only are these consumers being overcharged, phenomenal rates, we've heard into thousands of pounds for the work, but it's also tainting the whole industry. So even the reputable locksmiths get a bad name. And the really frustrating thing is that there's actually something that's quite simple, quite quick, that would have a massive impact on this, and that is for the search engines to actually stop allowing locksmiths to advertise at all, because that's how these rogues are getting in front of the consumers.
So, I just want to be clear about what the Master Locksmith Association is. Who are your members? And when you say you're hearing lots of complaints, are any about your members?
Very, very few. In fact, in the seldom instance that we get one, members have been removed from the association. We're the main trade association for locksmithing. We have our approved companies. They've been vetted, inspected, and they're qualified. So they meet a certain standard. There's no regulation of the industry at all, so anybody can call themselves a locksmith. But we have these criteria in place. We changed the law on the vetting of locksmith back in 2009. But it's about a kind of a quality mark. And because there's no regulation, that's why we're promoting the use of MLA-approved companies.
So, Stefan, help us, the members of the public. Normally, when you need a lock change or something done, there's been a bit of trauma. Something's happened, hasn't it, that has led to a problem. So you're probably not quite yourself, and you're searching around. You get in touch with you've got someone on the phone. What do you say to try and make sure you're not dealing with someone who doesn't know what they're doing, who's looking to scam you?
Well, it actually starts before you speak to them on the phone. So you're absolutely right. It's a distressed purchase. You're in a bit of a flap. Something's happened. So normal is to get your phone out and you search online. And what tends to happen is top of search engine, along with a ludicrously low price, normally around the £49 mark, that's advertised. And you think, oh, well, if they're at the top of the search engine, it's a decent price. They must be OK. Top of search engines just means one thing, and that means they paid to be there. So be cautious. And if you are speaking to a locksmith, expect them to be asking you questions and not, can you pay and can I come? It's more a case of, well, what's happened? What kind of door is it? What kind of lock is it? What kind of key have you got? Because they're starting to think about the actual job itself.
And what about the MLA logo? How do you check? You could be on the phone, you say, are you a member of the MLA? They might just say, well, yeah, or they fudge it, or I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely.
That can happen. How do you know for sure?
You can check on the MLA website. So if you go to locksmiths.co.uk, you can see all our approved companies are there, and you can verify whether somebody is approved or not.
I'm going to put you in a slightly awkward position, and your members won't thank me for asking you this question. You said £49, which is a low price. What is a typical price? I mean, we talk here particularly about scams, and if it sounds too good to be true, fine. But what is too good to be true?
It's a very difficult question to ask because there are so many different types of jobs that it could be. So if it were, as on the VT, it said about a simple opening. So if it's a simple opening with no replacement of the lock, then depending on time of day and location, anything from £85, £90 upwards. If the lock does need to be replaced, and there are instances when something does need to be, you need to enter destructively, you need to drill the lock, for example, then that would be on top. But when they're saying £49, and what we find quite often is people are asking, well, what does the £49 cover? They won't say. They just say, oh, it's £49, it's £49.
And is there an obligation for a locksmith to leave people safe in their own homes?
You'd have to check what the legalities are. Certainly from our members, we would expect them to leave the home secure. So if they drilled a lock and then walk away, that's not acceptable.
And Stephanie, because it's such a specialised business, if you've got someone in your place and they've got you in, maybe they've opened the door for you and they say, ooh, the thing is, this is going to be £180, £200. If you got, what are your rights at that point? Can you say, I want a second opinion, so thank you, but go away? Where does it lie? Because in lots of other circumstances, you might well say, I'm going to get a second opinion before that. But maybe because of what you said before, it's a stress purchase. Times, maybe you're going to lock the house up. You've got to go out, got to go to work. That's tricky.
It is very tricky, and it all depends on whether they've given you a price beforehand. So a bona fide locksmith would give you an indication of what the price kind of range could be, anything from this to this sort of price, depending on what I need to do. And when they're on site at the door, they will explain, OK, well, I've got you in, but the issue is, the problem is, and then explain and give you the price often give you an option, if you want the high security, lower security, etc., and they'll talk you through the process rather than just going ahead, drilling, replacing, and then landing you with a big bill at the end.
Interesting, Stefan. Thank you very much. Stefan George is manager director, as it says on his shirt, by the way. People notice that.
Thanks,
it's
Emma.
literally on the shirt from Locksmith Association.
Master
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. It is 25 minutes past